Let's move forward really quickly and talk about this recent tea on my man DeAndre Jordan. No, he hasn't been relevant since 2012. Let's talk about the recent tea on my man DeAndre Ayton, DA. Right now, most people who love hoops know that there was some kind of scuffle or to-do going on in Game 7 of the Suns-Mavs series, right? Between Monty Williams and Ayton. Skip Bayless, like I said in the last episode, reported that Lil Wayne, crazy that he and Lil Wayne are actually friends, where they text. Like, there's a world. Skip Bayless and Lil Wayne are friends. Just think about that for a second, really quick. Anyway, according to sources named Lil Wayne, who was at the game, he told him that he watched courtside what happened between Monty and Ayton. And Ayton was like, I'm not going back in. And then Monty yelled at him, you're quitting on us. You quit on our team. And the two were screaming at each other and had to be broken up. Trouble in paradise, baby. Yikes. Ugly outcome from an ugly game. And for sure, we know that Ayton didn't play at all in the closeout game, really, getting under 20 minutes. Full disclosure, because I'm about to give my bias here, I've had my Twitter bio for a long time. I recently took it out. DeAndre Ayton deserves to be maxed out. I am very clear. I've never done that for a player before. DeAndre Ayton deserves all the money. He is so underrated. I am an Ayton fan. I think he's top 5 best center in the league. I think he's being used completely out of the realm of reason. And it's probably the best thing that could have ever happened to DeAndre Ayton fans, because maybe you can, get him in a way that you never were going to be able to. Number 1 overall pick. He's been a phenom since he's been 15 years old. I've watched him play up close when he was 15, 16, 17 years old. And the Suns have just used him like some scrub role player. He's not Clint Capella, okay? DeAndre Ayton can play face up to the basket. He can tween. He can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot mid-range. He can shoot the 3. He can go up and under. DeAndre Ayton has moves. He can spin. He's not Embiid. So I'm not going to say he's Embiid, but he can do a lot of the things that Embiid can do. He's not as big as Embiid, dominant as Embiid, but he's got really good footwork. He's a hard worker. And when he thinks you believe in him, as we a lot as a society feel like, if we feel you have our back and you believe in us, we're going to work so much harder, right? And as soon as the Suns didn't max him out, he was basically like, you'll get me in the good times and not in the bad times. And that's fair. And, they've used him as a rim roller, as a guy who sets screens and gets Devin Booker and Chris Paul open. He maybe gets a random lob here or there. If he gets 30, it's because it happened by happenstance, not by design. He gets putbacks and rebounds. He's just a solid role player who could be, in my opinion, a star. Shaq decided he wanted to weigh in on the Ayton stuff. So let's quickly talk about that, if that's still allowed.
If I'm Sarver, the kid did it the respectful way. Me, I'm different. Oh, you're not going to pay me? All right, don't worry about it. He didn't complain. He made one statement about it, and he played his tail off. Played like a true big man. Get a kid what he wants. You got other people talking about signing 4 for $270. They don't deserve it. Get his kid what he wants. Had a great year. Just one of those nights tonight. Phoenix had a great year. Just one of those nights tonight. This is a classy organization. It's a classy team. Can't say bad things about them. They played hard. It's just, listen, again, even great players have one of those nights. I've been in 20 years. I probably had 15 where it couldn't go.
15 what?
15 times where, it just wasn't going.
Oh, you had way more than 15.
Well, I still got 4 rings.
No, you played bad more than 15 times. You what the hell you talking about?
BS.com.
No. Don't tell me you ain't have a 15. You have a 15 bad games in 2 years.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, he said basically give the man what he wants. Give him what he wants. So I decided I would go through, and so this is no shade to people who are currently getting paid. I just want to say that. For everyone currently getting paid, you are getting paid what you deserve. You got what you got, your agents did their job, and you accepted it. But I decided to go through the top 40 salaries and ask myself, would I rather have this player for this money or DeAndre Ayton right now? And it will surprise you. I would rather have Ayton over half of the top max guys currently playing in the NBA right now. Steph Curry, obviously, no. James Harden, yes. John Wall, yes. Russell Westbrook, yes. Kevin Durant, no. LeBron, no. Giannis, no. Lillard, maybe. Age, durability, ball dominance. Kawhi Leonard, no. Paul George, maybe. Maybe. He gets hurt a lot too. He's not always available, and his mind's not always available. Klay Thompson, probably not. So no. Jimmy Butler, no. Tobias Harris, hell yes. Chris Middleton, no. Anthony Davis, yes. Rudy Gobert, yes. Kyrie Irving, maybe. Bradley Beal, yes. Pascal Siakam, yes. Ben Simmons, absolutely yes. That's a lot of yeses for DeAndre Ayton. I mean, there's barely any no's. I paused for a long time when it came to Dame when I first thought about it. And I have to admit, as much as I love Dame, I would probably trade him for Ayton in a heartbeat because I don't trust his health. He's 32 years old. He's had an abdominal injury. That does not go away. That's not like a tweak of an ankle. And I think you could probably build a more versatile roster around DeAndre right now. And I'm not saying that they should trade Dame. I want everyone to know who's listening to the podcast, I'm not advocating for that, so do not say that. But if you could get Ayton for Dame and 4 first-round picks or something, I would think about it. James Jones thinks that the GM for the Suns thinks that the rift can be healed, he said. DeAndre had an amazing season. He's progressed every year. He's been here, so he's a big part of what we do. Doesn't sound all that enthused. His future with us is something that we will address at the proper time. The time, James, is last summer. He's a free agent, and I've said all along he's about the same things what we're about, which is winning. We'll address it at the proper time. Let's be honest. What's the proper time? When the league comes out and says Robert Sarver must sell the team. It's very hard to get a guy into a max contract, put yourself into a luxury tax situation, and then, okay, you're selling the team to someone. They're like, yo, you guys are paying $170 million in roster right now? I have to pay what in luxury tax? Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. So, yeah, I see that there's a lot of complexity here, but that's not DeAndre Ayton's job. His job is to get paid what he deserves and to get as much money as he can. So I tell you what, Portland is salivating for him right now. We have a max spot open. We've made the time. We've cleared the space. Relinquish rights to whoever for DeAndre Ayton. I don't know how him and Dame are going to work, but I know Dame's on the tail end and DeAndre is on the up end. So it's going to be fascinating. Game 7 in the Valley disaster is going to have long-term ramifications. And if you get Ayton in the West, you've removed some strengths from your competitor in the West as well as added. So, going to be awesome. It's going to be interesting. Either he's going to get his max money or he's walking. That's pretty much it. There's no in between. It's not going to be a scenario where you're like, oh, DeAndre Ayton took a team-friendly deal. That is off the table, folks. And that will change everything for the Suns if he is outro.